The brain is a complex organ, and emotions are simply chemical reactions happening inside your brain. Once you understand that concept, it will be so much easier for you to handle and manage them. Hello, residents of the universe. Welcome to Waste to Human. My name is AJ. I truly believe if everybody was taught how their brain works and how emotions work, so many adult issues could be prevented. Emotional outbursts, the effects of trauma, anger issues, depression, anxiety are all brain functions. The more we learn about them, the easier it gets to use this complex tool that we all own, our brains. The brain sends chemicals called neurotransmitters between neurons through synapses to transmit messages. These messages tell the receiving neuron whether to get excited or calm down. For example, dopamine and norepinephrine produce excitability, while serotonin regulates mood by providing a calm effect, and it also regulates sleep. The main thing to understand is that this chemical reaction, these messages, become physical sensations. It's what we call emotions or feelings. The main neurotransmitters are noradrenaline, adrenaline, oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine. Too much or too little of any of those chemicals causes symptoms. For example, high levels of serotonin will make you feel happiness. You will get a warm body sensation. You find yourself smiling, getting watery eyes, laughing, wanting to talk, or even feeling hungry. Dopamine is the pleasure neurotransmitter. It is released when you do things that make you happy or that provide a reward. Things like drinking a soda, eating your favorite food, listening to your favorite music, playing video games, or yes, even using drugs and alcohol. But low levels of serotonin and dopamine can have a depressive effect. You feel tired, you don't want to talk, you feel like a heaviness, a lack of appetite, tears. Oxytocin is the love neurotransmitter. When you spend time with somebody that you love, kiss them, hug them, it releases oxytocin, creating a connection. You feel warm, comfortable, vulnerable, relaxed, and happy. This is the chemical that the body releases when a baby is being born so that the mother and the baby can bond. Noradrenaline, also known as norepinephrine, and adrenaline are released to trigger the fight and flight response, which is the underlying cause for fear, anger, and anxiety. They can have similar symptoms. Your cheeks and face will get hot, you will get sweaty, your muscles tense up, your heart pounds, your head pounds, you just feel out of control. Anxiety is usually caused by a low level of dopamine. However, it is also related to the fear response that activates the fight or flight response. Because some of the same neurotransmitters can be released into the brain, causing very similar symptoms, in addition to shakiness and a high heart rate. But this is good news. Understanding this means that we can do something about it. If we want to avoid a specific emotional sensation, we can counter that chemical reaction. For example, if you feel overwhelmed by anger or anxiety, you can swap the neurochemicals by doing something that brings you pleasure or happiness. Increase your dopamine levels by doing one of the things that I mentioned earlier, like having your favorite drink, blasting your favorite music, eating your favorite food, playing video games. Just don't do drugs and alcohol. To increase your serotonin, you can also play music, you can exercise, you can talk to somebody that you love. This will also increase your oxytocin levels if you spend time with your pets or with somebody that you love, especially if they give you a hug or some physical comfort. Now, don't get me wrong, anxiety and depression are serious conditions that often need medical attention and medication or therapy. But in most situations, for the average person, these emotions and these chemical reactions can be controlled if you know what to do. The kind of ride that you take in life is up to you. Any emotion that you feel physically can be managed if you put to use the prefrontal cortex or your thinking brain. It is the driver of the body. You can allow your emotions to make you crash and burn, or you can smoothly ride to safety. Let your body feel the sensations and the emotions. But once you are done with that, stop and drive carefully. Don't allow your thoughts that come up in those heightened emotional situations to drive your life, to drive your actions. The worst decisions are always made when your emotions are at their highest. When the body is done feeling the physical sensations, then you can let your brain do the thinking and the driving. Then you can reasonably examine the situation and decide how to act. I hope this technique will help you respond rather than react. Until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe.